This match was released first for our members on YouTube and Patreon. Becoming a member is the only way to watch all Purpose Wrestling shows presented in full. Thank you to all these YouTube and Patreon members who help us bring Purpose Wrestling to you. To support Purpose Wrestling, become a member at purposewrestling.com/members. Link in the description. Purpose Wrestling, for the love of wrestling.
Hello and welcome to Purpose Wrestling. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, I'm Bobby Davies. Joined once again for the first time in a little while by my buddy Rex Armstrong. How you doing, Rexy?
I'm doing well. I'm 4 cans deep with another 4 lined up, and I am buzzing to be back in the Merton Art Space.
A big singles match coming up. Jay Alexander on a heck of a roll, coming off a bit of a feud, as they say, with your former friend. I don't know. I won't claim anything, Rex. But JJ Lynch and Jay Alexander gave him a hell of a whooping in a strap match.
I mean, I think both of them gave as good as they got, didn't they? And still very much my friend, Bobby. Still very much my friend. You don't give up on your friends when they lose their ways. You just take them to one side and have a chat with them, don't you? But I would consider Jay a friend as well. Travelled up and down the road with him, and really exciting to see, like you said, the form that he's on at the moment. I think he has got a lot still left to show in Purpose.
Jay Alexander coming into Purpose when we started as a bit of a rookie, but now finding his feet, maybe looking towards bigger goals, maybe a side eye on that Purpose title if you can link some wins together.
I think that's always the key, Bobby. Once you can settle on some good form, your form's not up, it's not down. Once you know sort of like you get into that wrestling rhythm, we like to call it, you can really start stacking those wins together and showing everyone what you deserve when it comes to, you know, places like Purpose and other wrestling scenes across London, UK.
Jay really filling out that frame of his. He's always been a tall competitor, but really starting to fill out the size now as well, bringing power with them.
I know, that's the thing. As soon as you got some weight on you, you will see those strikes and those knees that he throws. If you can put your weight behind him, oh man, it's only a matter of time before your opponent's going to get down for the 1, 2, 3.
International talent coming into the library, representing St. Louis from Missouri, all the way across the pond, Rex. I believe he calls himself the Hobo Ginger.
I believe so.
Gary Jay makes his way into the library. I don't know if he's ever been in a library before, but he's in one now, and he's taken on a Purpose favourite. I'm interested to see. I don't know a lot about Gary Jay. I've watched a handful of matches, very impressive in what I've seen, but a bit of a mysterious figure.
I know, and then you got to wonder how that feeds into Jay Alexander as well and his game plan. When you've got a relatively unknown commodity in the other side of the ring, you can watch a lot of match tape, you really can, but what if it ever really matches up to the in-ring experience that you go through? Oh, who knows? It's going to be pretty interesting to see how Jay handles the unknown here.
And there's that, and there's knowing via friends, so on the British wrestling scene, if someone you know, someone you're friends with, someone you train with, maybe your tag partner has wrestled someone, you can get some info from them. You can get some info on their actual, their personality away from the ring, see how they are. But this is a very unknown commodity for Jay Alexander. But by the same account, Jay unknown to Gary Jay.
Exactly, so I would imagine there's going to be a sort of a feeling out process here. Jay obviously not happy with Gary Jay's little joke there, but I think there's probably going to see the early start here, maybe neither of us are really overly committing, not probably showing their hand too much, just to sort of feel each other out. So this is going to be, I'm interested in this one, Bobby.
Jay Alexander, we're going to have to be very specific about our Jays.
I know.
Jay Alexander, they are battling for the name Jay. I should put that out there. The loser of this match can no longer call themselves Jay in any respect.
We can go first name Jay, last name Jay, and that's how we'll figure it out.
So Jay Alexander looking to use his size straight away.
Interesting there from Gary Jay as well. You wouldn't normally expect, a wrestler that sort of backs himself probably wouldn't go for the rope break straight away. But maybe, coming from another country, maybe Gary doesn't really care too much what the Purpose faithful think of him when it comes to. I'm now saying that Jay Alexander pulled his hair, which I think is up for debate.
I can't trust that, Jay.
I'm also thinking that maybe this is all just mind games, really. He's trying to break Jay's flow. Jay Alexander got into a bit of a rhythm there. Gary Jay slowed him down. spent most of the 10 count outside the ring. Jay's gone now. Start again. That momentum's gone. We're back to 0-0.
Yeah, back to a sort of a standstill, isn't it, really? And, well, like we were talking about earlier, Bobby. Oh, head scissors there from Jay. What we were talking earlier, Jay's actually not been in very many sort of straight single matches for a while. Oh, Gary Jay sliding straight out again.
Yeah, coming off some wins, but tag matches, trios matches, and a strap match.
Yeah,
a little while since we've seen Jay in a singles match.
So that's what I mean. Maybe the frustration will come through here with Jay just sort of not being in this type of match for a while. Inviting Gary in though, which is a respectable thing to do.
You can speak to this, Rex. You come off a big win like Jay Alexander has over JJ Lynch in a strap match, ending a long-running beef. Are you just buzzing the next time you get in the ring, especially in the same promotion? Are you feeling good? Are you just going to have fun because you're in such a good mood about beating your adversary, or is it a struggle to reset your mind back to the beginning, back to a new start?
I think it is hard, and it's a balance. I think you've got the adrenaline, you've got the high, you feel that you're on a roll, but at the same time you really don't want to waste that roll. So it's sort of a combination of excitement but also doubt. It's a real battle that you have to go through when you're in the ring after such a big win the last time you were at a promotion like this.
Looking for a hip toss as Gary Jay, with Jay Alexander showing his technical chops. Go for an armbar, brings a Saturn.
Floats over here, Sky to pin. Oh, Gary's out.
Oh, we've seen Jay utilise some more submissions. I thought he was going for that ring to Saturn, but turned it over into a pin.
Oh, Bobby, like a gunshot.
What a shot.
Oh, echoing throughout. Echoing throughout the library there. Oh, no. Oh!
That doesn't seem appropriate for a library.
No. Oh, I think there's a bit of skin just hit a fan there. That was a very knife-edge chop.
Gary Jay sends Alexander off the rope. Big boot by the big man. There it is. Pump kick to the face. Comes in, uses that body weight with a back elbow.
I'm impressed with Gary Jay, though. He rolled off that big boot really well there until... Oh! And a return.
And not intimidated in the face of a much taller athlete.
Yeah, taller and rangier as well, isn't it? You got Gary Jay's getting not afraid of the reach that Jay Alexander has. He's working a good game.
And obviously Gary Jay has his own techniques, but Jay Alexander also more built now, as well as we were saying right at the beginning of this match. And Gary Jay not intimidated in the slightest. Like you said, coming over to another country, coming to the capital, coming to London, a rough city, coming into the Merton Art Space, which is a home away from home for Jay Alexander, and not being intimidated at all. And what a move by Gary Jay, sending Alexander to the outside. Here he comes, Tope wiping out Alexander.
Straight into the hard cam. Oh gosh, I don't even know where Jay is.
Sending him right into the bookshelves.
Good from Gary Jay here, following straight up. I think it could be another. Oh!
There's that knife edge again. Alexander reeling.
The trouble is with these, Bobby, these chops, I'm telling you, if you have someone throw their body weight from out of the ring into you, not only does that take the air out of you, and this is what's smart from Gary Jay here, he's following out with more chops that, let me tell you, just push the air out of your lungs every single time. So Jay Alexander right now, as you can see, fighting for air. It's a real good strategy.
And staying on top of his job with vicious strikes. This is, again, something we're learning about Gary Jay as we go. Like I said, I've seen a handful of his matches, and he is quite a vicious man. Also someone you might cross the road to avoid.
I think, well, rightfully so, Bobby. I think, as you said, his tactic has become pretty clear. He didn't want to let Jay get any momentum. Jay did have some momentum, and Gary just used a good technique there to get back on top, and I don't think he's going to let him up.
Gets a 1 count. Now, the attempt on the pin there may not have been for a win, may have just been a psychological ploy. Let Jay know that I'm on top, I'm going to cover you, I'm going to put you in place, force you to kick out.
And like we were saying, look at the weight. He's got a full press over, he's covered all his body weight on top of Jay's chest. This is a good tactic. If you can't catch your breath, if all you're thinking about is breathing and
house call kick, the Jay could be out. Jay Alexander kicking out, holding the back of his neck, straight down to the mat. I don't know if he's fully conscious.
No, that could have been it, Bobby. But like I said, if you're concentrating on breathing, or in this case also not getting concussed, my God, it's very hard to think of a new game plan to follow up on how you're going to beat your opponent.
There it is, another chop. Taking the wind out. That is clearly the game plan here. Taking the wind out of the sails of Jay Alexander. The lungs are the gas tank of the body.
Yeah, Jay trying to fight back there as well. Jay came back with a chop of his own, but his legs crumbled underneath him, which again is a sign of just struggling for air. You need that oxygen in your body to get strength in your muscles.
Big clothesline from Alexander, and another one. Needed to get that separation, manages to get some space in the ring.
Jay feeling it.
There he comes, running forearm, rocking Gary J. Enziguri.
Oh, we've seen this before. We've seen this before, Bobby. Oh, no.
Reversal. Jay floats over. Athleticism of the big man. Here he comes, running knee.
Right in the mush. Look at that. Straight to the dome.
Gary J looking rocked. Sees it coming. Maybe playing a bit of possum there. Knee of his own. Can't strike Jay Alexander. Gets him on the return. Jay, discus forearm.
Both men down.
Needs to get the cover now.
That's it. Cover him, Jay. Let's go.
Gary J looks like to be out of it. Nah, kicking out at 2. I think Gary J legitimately Sparko for about 3 or 4 seconds.
I think he's only just coming around now, Bobby. You can look at his arms in the air reaching around. I think he's only just realising where he is now. That was pure instinct from Gary J there. Completely knocked out and still kicking out. Impressive stuff.
You're in a library in London, Gary J. Don't forget it. Jay Alexander across the ring from you. Looking to suplex you out of your boots. He sees it coming. Cradle into the roll-up. Kick out by Alexander. Gary J takes aim, sees Alexander coming in, stops it, just boots him in the forehead.
Right in the head.
Flatliner from the second, spinning into the cover.
This could be it.
Alexander about to lose all that momentum to someone coming in on their debut, but kicks out at the last possible second. Jay Alexander, if he wants to keep that momentum rolling, needs to get back in this match now.
Jay's in trouble here. He's looking to the Purpose Faithful here to get behind him and give him that sort of fifth gear that you need sometimes to get the adrenaline from the fans. Come on, Jay. Here we go.
Jay up to his feet. Going to use that range.
Still
laying in a forearm.
Still got a bit of spice. Oh, but Gary J back with some spice of his own there.
Here comes Alexander. And I think if he's going to go to straight forearms, I'd give the advantage to Jay. Which one do I mean? I mean Alexander. But Gary J seems to be no slouch in the striking game.
Oh, just open palms. Oh, Jay. I think he could. You see his leg went down. He went down to one knee. I thought he was out then.
We've seen the heart of Jay Alexander. He can take a hell of a beat. And we saw it in the strap match. It looked like the referee was going to end the match, and Jay told him not to. Gary J follows Alexander in, and Alexander collapses to the outside.
Oh!
Here comes Gary J. Another tope. Wiping out Alexander, sending him straight back into the ring. But here comes Alexander, trying to take advantage. Reverse into the clothesline. That spin, he goes the other way into the cover. The momentum was such a short lariat from Alexander into the sleeper hold.
This could be it. That's in tight, Bobby. That's in tight.
And he taps out. We've seen Jay perfecting these submissions recently. Locks in that sleeper. Gary J has no choice but to tap out. And the momentum continues for Jay Alexander. The train not coming off the tracks. Racking up some wins now.
A real testament to the work that Jay's been putting into learning his craft when it comes to those submissions there, because that sleeper was locked in tight. Nothing Gary J could do there.
Interesting submission when you've got that range, being able to get people in close to you and get them in a submission. Hell of a technique. And as this song says, check the technique.
Exactly. When you think you're far enough away that they can't get you in a sleeper, but when you're as rangy as Jay, he can catch you by surprise. Exciting to see where he goes from here on a really, really good form as well. I think there's still a lot to show from Jay in Purpose.
They call Gary J the heaviest hands in the American Indies. And yeah, I'd agree with that. You know, last year, if I got hit that hard, that often, I don't think I'd get back up. But 2025 is different. It's a different Jay Alexander. Last year showed me I am not the guy I thought I was. This year, I am coming back bigger, better, and badder than ever, every single time. If you want to keep me down, you're gonna have to hit a hell of a lot harder than that.
After a while, you do this so long, it consumes you. It becomes every fiber in your being. And I've been very grateful and lucky enough to travel this globe for over 22 years. I've got many monikers and nicknames, but my favorite thing about this is after all this time, I still go out there and I find people's passion, because I'm very passionate about professional wrestling. And when you're in there with another grown man like Jay Alexander, you find out how much passion he has. You throw these and you find out that he has the exact same love of professional wrestling that I do. Jay, tonight goes to you, and I'm okay with that. But don't worry, I'm not very hard to find.
Thank you for watching Purpose Wrestling. Don't miss any of the great pro wrestling action live in Wimbledon. Join us at the Merton Art Space. All details for tickets in the description below. Make sure you subscribe to the Purpose Wrestling YouTube channel for more great matches. Thank you for watching and see you next time.